as a part of the series of program that I've started for helping students for mains 2020 through model answer discussion covering paper 1, 2, 3 and 4. In this course I would be covering, this is the second course for modern history topics, modern history important questions. I would be discussing various model answers to these questions, and definitely these are very important questions discussed to the point that will help you in scoring good marks in the mains. Along with these friends, I'm also taking at Unacademy Plus platform history, that is ancient, medieval, modern and world. I'm covering it very comprehensively. You can also join the platform, and whenever you are joining, use my referral code Maluka10. Whenever you are using this code, you will get a 10% discount on all the courses which are being run at Plus platform. So friends, I would be starting with the answer, and the question is, the concept of nationalism that developed in India was different from the European concept of nationalism. The European nationalism gave birth to different nations, and Indian nationalism gave birth to united country. It's a very important question कि नेशनलिज्म जो इंडिया में डेवलप हुआ और नेशनलिज्म जो यूरोप में डेवलप हुआ, इन दोनों में काफी ज्यादा डिफरेंस है. यूरोप में क्या हुआ कि अलग अलग छोटे छोटे नेशंस बन गए, और इंडिया में यूनाइटेड कंट्री की तरह हम इमर्ज हो गए. इस तरीके से आपको इस क्वेश्चन को एनालाइज करना है, उसके मुताबिक लिखना है. द यूरोपियन एंड द इंडियन कंसेप्ट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म, जब आप शुरुआत करेंगे, डायरेक्टली हिट द टारगेट. बोथ द कंसेप्ट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म हैड देयर जेनेसिस टू अ डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ फैक्टर्स. हमारा कंसेप्ट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म एक डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ फैक्टर से रूल रेगुलेटर की तरह चलता है. उनका नेशनलिज्म एक अलग सेट ऑफ फैक्टर से गाइडेड था, जिसकी वजह से अलग अलग डायरेक्शन, अलग अलग मूवमेंट और अलग अलग आउटकम, अलग अलग रिजल्ट देखने को मिले. And therefore, different set of factors were there, and these set of factors were shaping the origin and shaping the growth, and therefore European nationalism, because of this different concept, and therefore different small countries they emerged. For example, Hungary, for example, Slovakia, for example, Serbia, for example, Croatia, Poland, the various small countries, they emerged in Europe. And this was a direct result of the different set of factors which were there. इसने शेप किया उसके ओरिजिन को नेशनलिज्म के, और नेशनलिज्म किस तरीके से ग्रो होगा, ये पूरे का पूरा शेप हुआ. And on the other hand, when you talk about Indian nationalism ने क्या किया कि पहले डाइवर्स पॉपुलेशन को, डाइवर्स एलिमेंट्स को यूनाइट किया, एंड जैसे ही यूनाइट किया उसके बाद इट ग्रेजुअली नेशनलिज्म गॉट इनग्रेन्ड इनटू द जीन्स ऑफ एवरी सिटीजन. सबसे पहले था कि डाइवर्स एलिमेंट्स को इकट्ठा किया जाए विद अ कॉमन फीलिंग ऑफ कॉमन वननेस दैट वी ऑल आर इंडियंस एंड नॉट डिवाइडेड इनटू स्मॉल डिफरेंट स्टेट्स. तो इनका ओरिजिन और जेनेसिस दोनों ही डिफरेंट हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट में लिखेंगे आप, इन द 19th and 20th century यूरोप में क्या था, द यूरोपियन नेशनलिज्म वॉज नेवर एन इंक्लूसिव कंसेप्ट ऑफ द एंटायर पॉपुलेशन. कभी भी ऐसा नहीं था कि पूरी की पूरी पॉपुलेशन ऐसा चाह रही थी कि इट वॉज फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम यूनाइट कर रहे हैं. इवन इन द टेरिटरी ऑफ द नेशन, always in the territory of the nation, it invoked an enemy within. उनको ऐसे लग रहा था कि अलग अलग ग्रुप, अलग अलग ग्रुप्स को भी लग रहा था कि we are different groups and therefore we should have our nation for ourselves. Not only this, that we should have a nation. An enemy was always invoked within. For example, Jews को हमेशा enemy की तरह देख रहे थे. The reason was it was driven by the spirit of self-determination. Self-determination की spirit से वो drive हुआ था. And therefore, because of self-determination, हर कोई चाह रहा था कि उनका अपना देश हो. And therefore, it was necessarily imperialistic. For example, the Serbs, they wanted to have a separate nation for themselves, Serbia. Police, they wanted to have a separate nation for themselves, that is Poland. Croatia, उनको Croatia चाहिए था. And all of them, they were wanting a separate nation. And this was characterized by complete violence that was taking place, complete bloodshed that was taking place, or conquest or assassination. Nation was emphasized just for the sake of nation. उनको देश चाहिए था क्योंकि उनको देश चाहिए था, that's not. They can never be united. Therefore छोटे छोटे देश आए थे. The idea invariably was to merge the nation strong. But the concept of nationalism जो इंडिया में डेवलप हुआ during the anti-colonial struggle was altogether of a different kind, बिल्कुल different kind था. और उसकी मजबूरी भी थी, in the context that we were struggling against an immensely powerful adversary. जो हमारे adversary थे, जो हमारे दुश्मन थे उस टाइम पे, ब्रिटिशर्स, जिनके खिलाफ हमें नेशनल मूवमेंट चलाई हुई थी, it was basically comparatively a very powerful people. And because of that, they were very powerful. It meant to be inclusive. Basically, to mobilize every possible section of the population for the cause. अगर वो ज़्यादा strong थे, we needed to mobilize almost every section of the population for the cause. Cause was the independence of the nation as a whole. Therefore, it had to develop solidarity with each other's struggle. अगर एक ग्रुप दूसरे ग्रुप, एक ग्रुप ब्रिटिशर्स के साथ लड़ रहा है, दूसरा ग्रुप ब्रिटिशर्स के साथ लड़ रहा है, तीसरा ग्रुप ब्रिटिशर्स के साथ लड़ रहा है, तो जरूरी था कि उनके साथ एक सॉलिडेरिटी की डेवलपमेंट हो, उनके साथ एक सहानुभूति की डेवलपमेंट हो, rather than aggrandizing relation with other countries. इसी के साथ ही not only different groups, but when other countries they were also fighting for what is called independence for their own nation, we had developed a feeling of solidarity. हम उनकी भी at least जितनी help हो सकती है, at least for organizing conferences or for example whatever else, we try to do it. It was essentially democratic. It was essentially an egalitarian nationalism. ऐसा नहीं था किसी के ऊपर फोर्स किया जा रहा था, डेमोक्रेटिक था. The decision has to be taken in by consensus. For example, in the Congress. Egalitarian, everyone has to be treated equal, as everyone can contribute towards it. The educated section can contribute, the laborers can contribute, the peasants can contribute, and therefore welfare of the people was put at the top. It was also progressive in nature. For example, Brahmo Samaj, for example, Satya Shodhak Samaj, etc. movements were launched. Why? Because it was a progressive movement also. We wanted to not only to emerge as a powerful nation, what also we wanted that the society should also be an egalitarian society when it becomes independent. The movement was also inspired by the Gandhian philosophy of non-violence, the Gandhian philosophy of satyagraha, Gandhian philosophy of moderation, and therefore we never have an all-out against the Britishers, and every people have to cooperate. So these were the various ideas that differed and that led to the emergence of the concept of nationalism, in which we emerged as a united country. On the other hand, the European concept of nationalism gave birth to different small countries. So thank you very much, friends. I would be continuing with same discussions